The catalyst of chaos. The first contact between the Galactic Federation and Earth wasn't supposed to happen like this. The Federation, an alliance of several advanced alien civilizations, had a meticulously organized strategy for interacting with less technologically developed worlds. They had encountered hundreds of species across the galaxy, each of them predictable in their response to peaceful overtures or military interventions. Their approach was methodical: study, observe, communicate, and eventually integrate. Earth, however, posed a unique challenge. The Federation had been aware of humanity's existence for centuries, watching from a distance, content to study their primitive societies. Humans had no idea they were being observed, and the Federation had no intention of making direct contact. But that all changed when a small scout ship, dispatched to monitor Earth's technological progression, landed on the planet's surface. Right in the heart of an escalating military conflict. What the aliens didn't know was that humanity was on the brink of war with itself. The global superpowers were at each other's throats, driven by centuries of political tensions, economic instability, and territorial disputes. To the Federation's scouts, it seemed like Earth was just another planet on the verge of self-destruction, an inevitable conclusion to a species too chaotic and disorganized to thrive. The aliens approached with caution, convinced that humanity's primitive, fractured state would make them easy to subdue. But as they prepared to initiate first contact, they were met with an unexpected response. Humans fought back, not with advanced weaponry or tactics, but with pure, unrelenting defiance. The first alien scout was shot down by a lone human soldier using outdated artillery. The Federation, baffled and unprepared, quickly escalated the situation, sending more ships and forces. But every time they attacked, humans fought back harder, more creatively, and with an unpredictable fierceness. What the Federation had failed to realize was the most dangerous thing about humanity: their relentless drive to survive. Unlike other species who folded under pressure or became docile, humans fought on, adapting to every new challenge with a resilience that the Federation had never witnessed before. The war that shouldn't have been. The initial response to the invasion was swift and brutal. The Federation, believing they were the dominant force in the galaxy, began their campaign by deploying advanced technology, ships capable of vaporizing entire cities, and weapons that could turn the very atmosphere of Earth into a deadly storm. Yet for all their superior weaponry and advanced strategies, they couldn't suppress the human resistance. The Federation believed they could crush humanity. Within days, that Earth's armies would crumble under the weight of superior firepower. But they had underestimated one crucial factor: humans didn't know how to give up. Earth's governments, once divided and fractured, quickly unified in the face of a common enemy. In a matter of days, global leaders put aside their differences and mobilized their military forces, backed by civilians who had no formal training, but an unbreakable will to protect their home. The Federation launched waves of attacks, destroying major cities, devastating infrastructure, and wiping out entire regions. Yet each strike only seemed to fuel humanity's determination. The survivors rebuilt and regrouped, learning from every failure and adapting faster than the Federation could respond. The very thing that made humanity unpredictable was becoming their greatest strength. The war expanded beyond Earth's borders as human forces began to infiltrate the Federation's supply lines, using guerrilla tactics that confused and overwhelmed their enemies. Alien commanders, once confident in their victory, began to question their strategies. Every time they thought they had cornered the humans, the resistance would strike back with an unexpected move, using everything from stolen Federation technology to improvised weaponry. What had started as a small conflict over Earth's fate was quickly spiraling into an all-out war, and the Federation's fleets were finding themselves caught in a battle they hadn't prepared for. As the aliens tried to crush humanity's resolve, the humans, for the first time in history, had united as one species in defiance of an outside force. The unseen weapon, the Federation's advanced technology, had proven ineffective against Earth's guerrilla warfare. Their heavily armored ships and weapons had been unable to break through human resilience. In desperation, the Federation's Council authorized the deployment of their ultimate weapon, a superweapon capable of annihilating entire planets with a single blast. The device, a massive, unstable energy core, was designed to destroy the core of Earth itself, rendering the planet uninhabitable and wiping out humanity in one fell swoop. The Federation launched the weapon, sending it hurtling toward Earth, confident that nothing could stop it. But what they didn't anticipate was humanity's capacity for resourcefulness. As the weapon descended toward Earth's surface, humanity's greatest minds went to work. Scientists, engineers, and military strategists, with mere hours to act, began to scramble for a solution. With most of Earth's infrastructure in ruins, there was little hope of mounting a conventional defense. But human ingenuity, when faced with such dire odds, had a way of defying expectations. Engineers on the ground managed to hack into old satellite systems, using them as makeshift sensors to track the superweapon's descent. Using a combination of reverse engineering and improvisation, they constructed a makeshift device to disrupt the weapon's detonation sequence. It was a risky maneuver, one that required not just technological know-how, but absolute faith in the collective will of humanity. In a last-ditch effort, a team of engineers and military personnel managed to activate a system that not only disabled the superweapon, but turned it against the Federation itself. With a deafening roar, the weapon discharged, sending a pulse of energy that wiped out the Federation's fleet, leaving Earth standing against the very force that had sought to destroy it. For the first time, the Federation realized that humanity was not just a nuisance. They were something far more dangerous, an unpredictable force that refused to be controlled. The awakening of the wild card. The Federation had lost their fleets, their weapons, and their once ironclad strategy. The galaxy watched in stunned silence as the impossible happened. Humanity, the species they had all but written off, had defeated one of the most advanced military forces in the universe. The Federation, now fractured and vulnerable, struggled to regroup and recover. It wasn't just Earth that had been impacted. The entire galaxy was forced to reconsider its views on humanity. Other alien species, once dismissive of Earth's potential, began to take notice. Some saw an opportunity for alliance while others feared the rise of such an unpredictable species. What had once been a small isolated planet in the far reaches of the galaxy was now a focal point of galactic attention. Humanity, however, wasn't resting on its laurels. The Federation's failure had only emboldened them. No longer a passive species waiting for the next cosmic disaster to strike, humans began to actively explore the stars, building alliances of their own and taking their place among the galaxy's most powerful forces. They had learned from the war, adapted to its lessons, and now, with newfound confidence, they prepared to face whatever might come next. The galaxy realized something crucial. Humans didn't play by the rules. In fact, they didn't even recognize the rules, and that, more than anything, was what made them so dangerous. The Federation's last gamble. After losing their fleets and their superweapon, the Federation's leadership was in chaos. Desperate to regain control of the situation, they turned to their last option. A new weapon, one even more powerful than the supernova device they had already deployed. This weapon, codenamed the Eternal Hammer, was designed to end humanity once and for all. It had the ability to manipulate the fabric of space-time itself, creating a tear in the galaxy that would rip Earth apart and annihilate everything in its path. The Federation believed that by using this weapon they could end the war in an instant, but they had severely underestimated humanity's resolve. Once again, humans took up the challenge. A group of brave souls, led by a former scientist turned rebel strategist, infiltrated the Federation's last stronghold. Using a combination of stealth, subterfuge, and sheer courage, they found a way to not only disable the Eternal Hammer, but to use its energy against the Federation's forces. It was a desperate gamble, one that could have destroyed both sides, but humanity took the risk. With the weapon now in their hands, humanity turned it on the Federation's remaining strongholds, wiping out the last of their leadership and rendering their forces powerless. The Federation, humbled and defeated, retreated into the farthest corners of the galaxy, leaving Earth to rebuild and rise as a new power in the universe. The aftermath and the future of the galaxy. The war had left the galaxy scarred, but it had also fundamentally changed the balance of power. Humanity, once considered a backwater species destined for extinction, had become a force to be reckoned with. They had proven that they could survive against overwhelming odds, adapt to any challenge, and turn the tide of battle in ways no one could predict. As Earth began to rebuild, other alien civilizations approached with both fear and respect. Some sought alliances, eager to learn from humanity's ingenuity, while others eyed them warily, uncertain of their next move. Humanity, however, was not content to rest. Having defeated one of the most powerful forces in the galaxy, humans now set their sights on the stars, ready to explore and conquer whatever new frontiers awaited them. The Federation had learned a hard lesson. Humanity was the wild card of the universe, and for better or worse, the galaxy would never be the same.